So we just visited this place down here. Some kind of sanctuary. Juan Medina Road is the road it's on, I think. And here, film me. So I'm here with my wife Evelyn, who's got the camera, my phone, and my buddy Dave, you know Dave, who goes on the treasure hunts with me, and this other lady slash friend of ours now, woo-woo friend, another woo-woo friend. Her name's Etheria. So we met her for the first time today in person. We've been talking through email and everything else for quite a while, and had the pleasure of getting together with her to do some haunted hotel and some specials plays. So we meet her last night, and we're at just some restaurant. She meets us there, and she's sitting there. Now she's channels entities sometimes. I've seen a couple of her YouTube videos, and she like kind of flails around, and when they come in, she's like, you know, and then she starts talking. It was pretty interesting. But me and Dave and Evelyn, we were talking about it on the way to the restaurant before we met her in person. Like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be cool? Like, dude, what if she starts channeling, like she got a message for us or something right away? We're at the restaurant, like, oh, that'd be cool, man. So we get there, and she shows up. We're talking for a few minutes. All of a sudden, she starts going, oh my gosh, not now. Oh, okay, I got a message for you and Evelyn. Me and Dave were like, looked at each other, and we winked at each other like, oh snap, it's about to go down, son. It's about to happen. And it didn't go to that level, but she goes, okay, I have a message. First I'll go ahead and tell you guys, it's the first time I'm saying this publicly, Evelyn is pregnant. Evelyn is pregnant. White Dove told me a few months ago, hey, Shantae, tell Joe, I see Evelyn having a kid. I think it's going to be a boy. So I asked my woo-woo friend, also, Evelyn's like, well, get a second opinion, you know, ask somebody else, you know, that's woo-woo. So I did, and she's like, oh yeah, I get that you're going to have a healthy pregnancy, it's a boy, oh my God. So she just had a sonogram a couple days ago. There's a little heartbeat going on in there. It said that she's pregnant. So Etheria last night, she's getting this little, I got to tell you something, you know, and she's like, yeah, your pregnancy, you're having a boy. You are having a baby boy. But that was the second time. She said at first, she goes, oh, she's like, you know, we're going to Taos. It's a very magical, spiritual place. Like, you just need to go visit it. And that was what we planned to do out of one of the days. The other day, we're going to a haunted hotel. This is in New Mexico, by the way, northern area. And so she's like, oh, this little sacred place I kind of told you a little bit about, it's kind of on the way to Taos, not really, but kind of. I'm getting, like, sometimes I get slapped in the back of the head by spirit if I don't listen. Like they're hitting me in the back of the head with a book. That's what just happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, they want you guys need to visit this place tomorrow. We need to stop there, all of us. Mainly for your wife and the baby boy. The baby, oh, she didn't say baby boy at the time, she was in the baby. There's something there just to give it a little, needs a little, But pregnancy's gonna be fine, healthy, but they're telling me you just need a little, And I'm like, okay, well, what exactly is a, She's like, I don't know how to put it in words. It's just, that's all I can tell you. Because I'm like, what does that mean? Like, my kid's gonna be psychic when he comes out, or is he just gonna, I mean, I don't know. She didn't know. She's just like, I'm getting that she needs to go. It's for the baby, most importantly. However, all of us, you guys too, will get something out of this. So we need to go anyways, but we really need to go for her. She goes, and you know, there's a story behind this place, that there's like this sacred dirt. And she's like, I'm just gonna tell you, you know, I ate a mouthful of dirt many years ago when I first visited the place, and I got some advice for you if you decide to do that. Don't chew the dirt. Just take a little spoonful and like down it if you're gonna do that. Most people just go in and rub it on their hands or their arm or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm a spoonful of medicine, sugar makes, what is it? Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Like, yeah, I don't think we'll pass on that part. So she tells us there's this interesting story that in the 1800s or something, somebody saw this glowing thing out in the field over here, and it was a cross, a small crucifix, wooden crucifix. It was glowing, and they brought it to the local church, and And a few days later, it was back out in the field where it was found again. Somehow it got there, and it's glowing, and they decided, oh wow, we need to build a church, a sanctuary right here on the spot. So that's what they did. And so it was an interesting story. You know, that's she just told me that's what the history is. And so we're talking a little later at the table, dinner table, and she's like, oh, okay, I got another message. You're having a boy. That baby's a boy. And just so you know, I'm never wrong on that. Which we already figured. White Dove said it. My woo-woo friend said it. You know, like, now she says it. That's 3. I'm sold. We were already pretty sure it was a boy ourselves. But that, again, back in that time, White Dove had said, I feel like there's a spirit next to you waiting to come in. Like, there's an energy next to you, Evelyn. And I thought she said even then it was a boy. And it's waiting to come in. And we're like, well, okay. And then we asked Jean-Claude, do you think it's waiting to come in, or is it she had a miscarriage a long time ago with another guy before she met me? And he's like, I don't know. I guess it could be, but I do sense this energy as well. So we feel kind of blessed. Like there's something. This baby might be special in some way or another. You know, all our babies are special, but you know, like why now? We're 40 years old. Like we should be having kids right now. My daughters are 13 and 10. Like we weren't ready and really trying for this, but we felt again like there's something with this child that maybe will become apparent later on. So anyways, I'm telling you this video right now because I just showed you we're leaving the sanctuary place. And so I noticed there's a couple of guys, I guess priests or whatever, that were there in the main chapel. And there's a little side room where there's some of this dirt on the ground, and, this magical dirt or whatever. When we got there, she had told us that somebody had told her a long time ago, like, yeah, they have the dirt inside, but it's really the dirt out by this little stream that's going by. So the first thing we did was go over to the stream. I took my shoes off, walked in the dirt, and then stuck my feet in the water. I've got my little left foot problem that's never really gone away. And I just thought, what the heck, I'll try anything. So then we went inside, and I talked to those 2 priest guys. I'm like, hey, I've heard the story about the glowing crucifix, the wooden thing. Oh yeah. I was like, is it still here on the premises? He was like, oh yeah, it's down there by the where the dirt room is. Oh. So we go back in there. It's only this big cross crucifix, wood, kind of round, like rounded type wood, and it's sitting behind a little piece of glass. And we all went back in again, and Etheria was like, oh, she's like, yeah, there was a crucifix out here in the main place of prayer or whatever. And she's like, I never had thought to ask. She's like, I thought it was the one over here. So she's like, that's cool that you asked, and they said it was that one. So we all went back in the room again because we were just in there a few minutes before that, didn't realize it was in there. So I asked Dave and Etheria, like, can you why don't you guys put your hands up here and tell me if you feel anything? They're like, oh, okay. So they both do it. They're like, left hand, oh wait, whoa, yes. They're like, oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I can really feel that. There's definitely an energy coming out of from this thing. And behind the glass, it was probably about 4 inches behind the glass. So, and they were feeling it from like 2 feet away, and then like, oh yeah. So I thought that was weird. I'd put my hands up there, but I don't feel energy like that anyways. But I tried it. Do I feel anything? No. But they both did, and she said, oh, I'm kind of glad I've been here more than once, and I've never thought to do that. I'm glad you asked me to do that because I kind of shocked that I did it, and I felt energy coming from it. And so just a real interesting place. And the other thing I'll tell you is I picked a random hotel to stay at this last night, me, Dave, and Evelyn. And I get there. Now, my treasure hunting story in the Southwest, the numbers 7 and 13 are extremely beyond important with what we're doing in that respect with the treasure hunting. And we were getting signs back then when we were treasure hunting about it, and asking for signs, and getting 7 and 13 thrown in our face like stupid, ridiculous, beyond coincidence. So I come back here again. This is still technically the Southwest of New Mexico, right? And I get a room, 2 rooms, one for Dave, one for me and Evelyn, and the numbers is 132, so there's 13 and 2, and the second room we get is 13-7, 137, 7-13, 13-7. Out of all the rooms, and there was a lot of vacancies, by the way, at this time It's one of these casino slash hotel mixtures, you know, but there was not very many people at the hotel at all. A few cars. So there's a ton of rooms available. We get 13.7, 137. I mean, come on. So I just want to share that little interesting story. We're off to, again, visit Taos. It's supposed to be another very spiritually, whatever, woo-woo kind of a town. She's like, you know, a lot of people come here and don't want to leave. Some people actually do. They don't just want to. They don't do it. They literally find a way to stay, and they never leave the place. She's like, I've been here a bunch of times, and every time I go, I feel like I don't want to leave either. So it'll be our first time ever going to a place like this, I think. And we're heading there right now. So I may have another video or two about it, the experience, you know, or whatever. Whether we feel something or get something out of this or not, I'll still share with you some of the sights and whatever. So on that note, yeah, at some point I have another video to do about Donald Trump's comment about the electronic economy, digital economy. He made a comment on very recently, and you know darn well he's talking about cryptos. So anyways, on that note, talk to you guys later.